Oh, hello. Hello, all. We're finally back on F1. Finally. Because we all got fed up of F2, even I did. Those engine sounds are just not the same. If anyone's viewing this in England, then, well, I hope you're enjoying the snow. I certainly are. I live in a bit of England where we literally get snow once every about 50 years. Because I don't know why, but we've been really hit by it. I'm on the coast, so we've been absolutely caned by it. It's still snowing now. It's been snowing all day. It's 8 o'clock in the evening. It's been snowing for over 12 hours straight, and it's insane. I'm going to upload the thumbnail in a minute. Links will be going out automatically. I would have had a hot chocolate, but had one earlier. Bloody lovely, by the way. So I've just got a Pepsi cherry, just so my throat doesn't go completely dry. But it is what it is. Why isn't my YouTube channel loading? That's the question here. Oh, it's just taking a really long time to load. Okay. Fuck's sake, come on. Yeah, my laptop's being slow. Touchpad's currently not even bothering to work, so there you go. It's good to be back on F1 though, it really is. Hello, someone's here. I'll have a look at your comment in a minute, mate. Just put in the old thumbnail on the stream. I'm not doing it after the stream this time, so like, big dubs everywhere, big dubs. Upload thumbnail. One day when I get like decent equipment, thumbnail will all be up before all this happens. IFR Canada, here you go. And yes, this isn't the friendly anymore. If anyone's watching this confused, this is the actual F1 races. That's probably that's why the thumbnail's red. It's just saving those changes, and that's that done. Let's get the links out. Mouse can come out now. Thank you for the like, whoever that was. Oh, and it's John, unsurprisingly. Hello, John. It's not like I just got on a call with you like a few minutes before starting this, but hello. You haven't long woken up, have you? Lazy sod. And you are. Audio's all working alright, isn't it? Should be. I don't know if the audio is working. Right. Should be working properly. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay, yeah, it's working good. Okay. Audio's working. Everything be working. Thumbnail's done. Things are going well. Things are going rather well. Just get the stream sent out to the lads. That's Siri. No, I didn't want that. I swear if bloody watch goes ape shit again, then let me actually end my suffering right now. Everyone, paste. Okay, right. Do not suffer. Shut. That's what I have to say to you. Just shut. Up to 16 people. Not bad. Bloody hell. Let's just send it through. There's the old chat. Yo. Hello, Atmos. You not racing? Oh yeah, did you say you're not racing again? Because I can't remember. It feels like it's been so long. Nice. Hello, mate. No, next week, hopefully. Okay, cool. Hello, Lubo. Lubo. I don't even know how to say your name, mate. Sorry, but hello. How are you? How are you all? Be sure to leave a like on the old stream. First F1 stream since, whoa, since about November time, really. A lot's happened since then. We're back in another, well, in England at least, we're back in another national lockdown. Schools are shut again. Currently sitting in a snowstorm. It's been snowing for 12 hours straight outside, and I'm in an area which is having the worst of it, so God save me. Nah, it's fun though, because where I live, we literally never get snow, like ever. I think before the beast from the east, the last time we had snow before that was 2010. Should be readying up in a second. Ready up. Yeah, they're all saying ready up. So we are about to start the IFR race. Nobody's my reserve tonight. John, only good words for him. Nah, Atmos, mate, I'll literally obliterate him with words, don't you worry. Nah, I'm kidding. Hello, Ben, the man himself. Please no rain. I can't hope it rains, I think. So, obviously, to be fair, most, pretty much everyone who's watched my channel watched the stream I did, what was it? On like Tuesday or something it was, when I did the race around here, so that did insanely well. For just a random stream out of the middle of nowhere, that did ridiculously well, and it's beaten the views on some of the actual race streams, so that's actually pretty mental, so I thank you all for that, thank you. But yeah, welcome along, welcome back to F1 finally. We got the better engine noises, more speed and power, which is if you watch Top Gear, Jeremy Clarkson would absolutely love. And it feels like electric is going through my mic stand at the moment. So I might not want to touch that for a little while. Anyway, welcome along to the qualifying for the 2020 IFR Canadian GP. I have not said that for a while. I've not said IFR League for a long time. But yeah, we're not doing one-shot quali anymore. If you're from the F2, we're back to 18-minute full qualifying. Some team moves have happened, but and also we got some new people. Some people have left. Camiliano not in the race this week. Few of them not in the race, but we got some reserves in and stuff for this week. Obviously, most of you will recognise Louis Ferrandez, who was in a few races back in Baku, which was the last race. He's going, as we ride on, well, not ride the ball with him, but ride around him now. He's going quite quick, actually. Well, to be fair, this is the quickest we've seen in a long time, in over a month, so it's kind of mental to see. But anyway, hope you all enjoy, and if you could all leave a like on the stream, that would always be appreciated. Obviously, Briggsy, coming out of his F2 championship win, he's going to obviously be wanting to win the actual league as well. Nazareth, so it's going to look to spoil his day. Currently, Nazareth does have a championship lead. Also, Slayer, who's incredibly fast in F1, he's in the contention for the championship as well. Keep in mind, Briggsy hasn't actually won a race in the F1 league yet. So this one, he hasn't won yet. But he's in contention for the championship. He's sitting quite high up. TKD, this is his first race in the F1 league. He hasn't done one yet. So it'd be good to see how he does, considering the fact that in F2 he was pretty quick. So be interesting to see how he does. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1, just looks to be one of the Red Bulls. It's not Kramer, it's one of the newcomers, and that's Sajimoni. Going really slow down the pitch, so I'm not sure what's happening there with him and Jack. Jack, obviously, most of you will recognise from F2 as well. Anyway, into turn all Wonderboard. I mean, most of you saw my stream anyway, so you probably know what this track's like. Back to F1, yes we are back to F1, Dennis. It's actually quite nice, to be honest, because I did miss it. But we're going to ride on board with Briggsy, who's got a very Michael Schumacher design inspired helmet. Obviously not his actual helmet, but he's going for the solid red, which was obviously famous with Schumacher. Looking very great, absolutely nailing the apex of those two corners. Those two corners, obviously, I haven't got the best of relationships with as well. That's where I got my penalties. And this hairpin, well, this is where I realised that the person in front of me had 6 seconds of penalties about a lap late. So then they ran out of fuel at the chicane. We're going to ride on Wilbur Nasris. He's on a looks to be on a decent lap. Keep in mind he's only banker laps just to see how he's doing. He hasn't invalidated his lap out as Briggsy's set a 110.5 on the medium tyre, as Nasris storms onto the 109s with a 109.1 on the soft tyre. Most of the grid has soft tyres on it, except Slayer, Briggsy, Albert and Kramer. Kramer's looking rapid on the medium. He's on a 109.8, which is incredibly fast for the medium tyre. Softs, obviously, softs don't really last long around this track, but it's such a fast track. There's a yellow flag on the entrance to Sector 2. I'm going to get a quick track layout up, actually. Just get out so I can actually work out what the corner names are. Circuit Shieldville. Surprising how Nasris has gone to 109.1. He's going to break into the bloody... I think he'll break into the 108s. Easy. I think he'll easily break into 108. I'm not sure if he's going again. I won't be surprised if this is he's in lap. As De Cunha goes into second with a 109.3. Nice drivers looking incredibly speedy today. Oh, Camiliano did make it. I didn't think he was racing this week, but turns out he is. That's actually a surprise. I didn't actually expect him to be racing this weekend, but well, that is a pleasant surprise. Come on, another one I want. Most drivers are now pitting, then I'll look at your comment. If it loads in. I don't know, being slow as fuck at the moment. I can't be asked for corner names. Not really a big deal, just corners are corners, aren't they? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Yeah, it's easy. To be fair, quite an easy layout to understand. So, yeah. Nasris is coming back out on track then. Interesting to see if he can beat his fastest lap, which appears to be stuck to the bottom of the screen, so... sorting out this. We don't want to have an entry, no one really wants that. Leave the track map on. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I just want Nasris' thing to go. Someone else set a fastest lap, please, not be Nasris. Briggs, he's struggling. Wow, he's 1.3 seconds off the pace. That's insane. He's in the 110.5. Pressing R1, and that's the camera just won't change. There we go. Did not expect to see Camiliano racing. Anyways, you're right, we're going to ride on board with Nasris again to see what this lap can be in the number 19 Mercedes. Through wood turn 1 and 2 we go into the fast, sharply downhill turn 3 and 4. He's backed off, I think. Yeah, he's definitely backed off. I don't know, has he? Into turn 6 and 7 then. Onto the second of the, onto number 2 of the 3 DRS straights round this track. I do believe someone is going quite slowly out of turn 2, and it looks to be De Kunha, who's in the McLaren there. Not sure what happened to him. It's a very green helmet though. He does have a very green helmet. I will give him that. That is a green helmet. But he's not looking bad. He's in second. Hopefully he can do out of the track. For God's sake, John, don't start. Don't start, you klutz. A 110.6 from Cold Steel. Yeah, Atmos isn't racing this week, unfortunately. So his replacement is you, but I'm sorry, I just can't say your name, mate. I think I'll just call him Bongalov. I don't know, I can't say his name, I feel bad. As he's just put in a 108.7. That's a ridiculous lap. Maybe, I don't know if the track conditions have potentially got quicker. If anything, it's looking more overcast. That's a ridiculous corner cut from De Kunha. His lap's finished. But now we're breaking into 108 region, but I don't know if it's going to rain or not. Can be fascinating to see if it does, but the conditions are looking quite overcast. I don't know why De Kunha is still pushing, considering he's well, he's invalidated his entire lap, so. But Fiore Fast looking, well fast. That's saying his name after all. He hasn't had many good races. Baku wasn't a good race for him, from what I remember. It was so long ago. But yeah, Baku wasn't a good race for him, so. It'd be good to see what he can do. But Nazareth is back out on track. My man, come on. I know it's a mental lap. I don't think I've seen many laps in the 108. Seen a few, but not too many. You can still do it. To close your stand ring today, get up for 1 minute in the next 2 hours. Shut up, Apple Watch. I don't want to breathe. My watch is telling me to breathe. Who needs to breathe? I am breathing. Right, I need to stand up, so I want to get my 3 wing rings filled again. So I'm going to stand up. I'm now standing up. I've got a mic stand, so it's not a big issue. I've stood up. No, I don't want Siri. For God's sake. Yeah, I'm standing up now. One day, I would have a standing setup. It keeps you fit. Oh, and that's Nazareth out. He's crashed at the exit of turn 2, and that's ruined all the chances for pole he had there. That's gonna put a span in the works for the race. Can Nazareth recover? Should have done my Oi, do my stand thing, Apple Watch. I'm standing up. You can tell I'm standing up, so do the thing. Because I'm standing up. Like, smelly, you know? Need 10 out of 12 hours. Yeah, I've just stood up, man. I'm still standing up. Fiore Fast is retired. I don't think he crashed. I think, yeah, he's retired in the pit lane, so nothing too bad there. But Camiliano's gone up both Renaults. Jay Sarchi won the F2 championship in Group 2. So he's like, and that's the most ridiculous corner cut I think I've ever seen. That's worse than when Verstappen trying to do the corner cutting in bloody USA 2017. Only 5 minutes left. I think that was Briggsy going past. Briggsy's obviously going to be looking to capitalise on Nazareth's, well, crash. Another word for it. We're right on board with him. See how he goes. He's 6 tenths quicker. So it'd be good to see if he can Well, he's going to want to get above 4, because currently, Louis Ferrandez is actually beating him. That's unsurprising him. Oh, John's gone absolutely mental. Okay, John's lost the plot. 6 people watching. I believe it's raining. Yep, it's raining. They've got 5 minutes left to qualify with rain. It's like China all over again. So I doubt that's put Briggsy up in temp, so he's going to have a tough race. Track's just going to be getting slower and slower now. And Briggsy has said before this isn't one of his strong tracks. So he's going to try his hardest this race, obviously, as he always does, but I think he'll struggle personally. I think he'll struggle. It'd be interesting to see what and that's Camiliano spinning. That's a huge smash into the wall there. Must be getting incredibly damp. We just saw that from the onboard of Briggsy. That must have been terrifying. But these wet conditions really starting to come into effect now. As Cole Steele's retired, I think most of the grid will start to retire because the track's just too wet. So much point staying and keeping going. Briggsy though, using the same number as Nazareth. I did miss F1. I really did miss it. I really did. Briggsy's pitted. I won't be surprised if Briggsy retires. Well, half the grid will probably retire. They've all set their laps on soft, so in terms of strategy, I don't think most of the strategies will be the same. It's absolutely chucking out. The question is, would it rain for the race? Does anyone, I don't know if anyone's watching this who's actually racing, but do any of you know if it will rain for the race? We've raced in Canada twice now. Once was in the F2 and it chucked it down then as well. Anyway, here's Jack. Oh, he's pitting as well. He must be slow on his lap. So currently, with the way grid is, that's going to be your grid, because they're not going to go quicker. Track's just getting greasy and wet now. As that's Albert going past, he's moved to Alfa Romeo. As Sarge has retired in the pit lane, most of the people will be retiring now. Kramer's retired, yeah, everyone's just going to be retiring, aren't they? Long Byong's, I can't say your name, is retired. Slayer's retired. Briggsy will be retiring soon. Basically everyone in the pit will probably retire. I think they're all going to check the conditions, but, you know, it is what it is. Jack's retired. We'll keep on board without Albert, alright? We'll just have to see Briggsy's retired as well. He's 11 seconds slower. That just shows. I mean, look at him. He's slipping everywhere through turn 6 and 7. Nearly losing the back end coming out of turn 7. Down the straight. DRS somehow still unable. I don't know if you heard that beep. This is the worst camera angle I've quite possibly ever seen. As he spins, he spun it into the wall. You heard the clunk there of his car. The conditions clearly treacherous and then just not good enough for the soft tyre, which will be the grippiest dry tyre. Just waiting for Louis Ferrandez and Secunda to retire. Albert Lilly spins again, just snap oversteered and he's kicking his whole car around. But the end of the qualifying has been rather entertaining actually. As much as I hate Albert's helmet, it's quite simply hideous. So I want to see what Brizzy's been saying. Oh, Slayer doesn't seem to be very happy. So how are you all doing in the chat today? Why isn't Louis just retire? I know it's only 57, but you just may as well. Everyone else has. Like, Jesus, man. you go, put the link in. Only 20 seconds left. Solid boss, looking forward to some more snow. Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun. I'm going out with John and that again tomorrow, and then I'll hang out with you. It's gonna be, I think it'll be worse than today, actually. Anyway, there's your starting grid for the race. Sash Yemeni, who's a newcomer, has got a 5-place grid penalty. Not that that will do much. Good lap, I think. Yeah, that was a fantastic lap. Do you know what the weather conditions are going to be like? Also, if you're here in Leyubo, I don't really know how to say your name, mate, sorry. But if you're new here, be sure to subscribe, because I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers, and that will be, your help will be greatly appreciated. But surprisingly, Brixie down in 10th place on the track. He's not very confident at, and it's said multiple times. But honestly, I just want to see, honestly, how good the race will be, because this track is, it's very good for overtaking. Turn 1, 2, 3 and 4, maybe even 6 and 7. Turn 5, just a little kink, so. But it's dark. That is, it's really dark conditions. It's overcast again. I mean, we could see rain. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say it's guaranteed, but I wouldn't be surprised if rain does pop up a bit. L2 Esports Racing, not much of a surprise to be in 10th if he's not good here. No, not really, but you'd think, considering the fact he's charging for a championship, and he did do well in one of the practice races a couple of days ago. I think he's quick at the track, just not. It's just not his favourite track, and he didn't pick it. But for his second lap, it wasn't obviously. It just started to rain, so it's not going to be ideal conditions for him to set a good lap, unfortunately. If it was dry, I wouldn't be surprised if he's up in the top 5, but it wasn't at the end of qualifying, and it's more his fault, unfortunately. Anyways, the lights are coming on for the return of IFR. As we leave the grid in Canada, it's a really good start from the Ferrari into the lead, who's got a fantastic start, as always, as Nadjas looks down the inside of Kramer. In the background, Louis Ferrandez looks to be going around the outside of Kramer as well. Kramer's almost bogging down as he's staying side by side. Nadjas slight contact with the wall, and that's given to Kunha up into 6th place into turn 3 and 4. Down the massive hill we go, surprisingly clean then. Well, as I say that, commentator's curse strikes. Slayer has had an absolute shocker, and VSC instantly deployed after less than half a lap of racing. Slayers must have been either spun round or spun round himself. He's lost his entire front wing. It must have been a heavy collision with the wall then. But the Ferrari did exactly what he needed to do and got a good lead, but now just been neutralised now. Brixie's had a fantastic start, already back up into 7th place. Nazir's with a terrible start. He's managed to fall down to 8th, sorry. So into the hairpin we go for the first time of asking. I think I just saw some drips on the screen. I'm not sure. We'll have to keep on board. It's just incredibly dark on track. Not back underway yet. Quite a long VSC actually. And into the chicane we go. Still not back under racing, surprisingly. Most of the grids in a single foul now already. Briggsy's looking for the move on Takuma, just putting him under pressure. He knows you're back under green flag racing. TKD's managed to get a 3-second time penalty already for corner cuts, and we've been racing less than a lap. I mean, we're half of that. We were going slow as can be, so how would you manage to do that? Quite simply ridiculous. Kramer though looking to chase 3rd. Sarge also does. Sarge had a fantastic start up into 3rd place. He's looking for the move into turn 8 and 9. Just hanging behind him at the moment, seeing what he can do. Gap's looking quite reasonable. Is also Kramer's looking to get involved there. Does he go for the move into the hairpin? He looks for it. Doesn't quite go in. As Sarge goes wide, then he rams into the back of Fure Fast. He's holding his ground pretty well. Nash is also going to be looking for a move to get back ahead of Briggsy. Because obviously he's going to want to do that championship charge. Isn't it a chicane we go for the first time fully racing? Sarge is definitely close. As Camilliano's got a free second of time penalty. Nazareth is out. Nazareth is out of collision. No, TKD's out, sorry. Massive crash on the straight. He's just... I think he's pulled a Magnussen. As Breezy has a time penalty for a severe collision. He must have just collided, slightly tapped him on the safety car. Nazareth must have been involved with that collision. But a massive crash on the start-finish straight. I wonder what actually happened there. That's going to bring the grid. That's going to slow the grid down a bit. But why have we only got a VSC for that? He was stuck in the middle of the track. You'd think we'd have a full safety car, but surprisingly we don't. It's DRS and we're back on the race again. A much shorter safety car than before. The sun is coming out now. That's good to make the race a little bit brighter. It's into the hairpin, almost touching Sergeant Fury Fast, I believe. As the Ferrari in the lead has lost a bit of time to Fury Fast onto VSC, but will probably pull away. As he has DRS, Sarge has DRS on Fury Fast. Sarge is an incredibly fast driver. And with the 3 DRS zones on this straight, I wouldn't be surprised if we see an overtake coming soon. But Fury Fast is really holding his ground as Breezy's got ahead of Takuna. It's round the outside. He goes slight contact with Takuna. Takuna gets a fantastic switchback. Can he capitalise on that exit? No, he can't. Breezy's just a significantly quicker driver in that situation. And was managed to recover from that mistake he made incredibly well, actually. He looks further back as Camilliano's waiting to get involved as well now. As Kramer's got ahead of Camilliano. I think Sarge may have made a slight mistake, actually. May have really spun coming out of turn 6 and 7, but we'll have to find out. Coming to the hairpin we go. Slayer's miles behind. So is Nazareth, actually. Nazareth is going to want to forget this race. As down the inside goes Luis Fernandez. That's an incredibly late move. That's going to ruin his chance of an overtake down the straight. As yeah, Sarge has got overtake enabled, so I wouldn't see it over. I wouldn't expect an overtake at all, really. Look further down, so Germany currently sitting in 11th, not too bad for a debut race as Takun has pitted. It's quite an early stop actually. He's looking for the 2-stopper in this race. As Briggs is falling behind Camilliano. Camilliano must have got past, they're right on board with him now. We've got a good battle going on here. It's into turn 4 and 5, down the hill we go. Briggsy's rapid, he's got a lot quicker. As Nazareth set fastest lap, he's on the recovery drive. He's not going to get that extra point as well. He's down in 12th place, he's not in the points finish, no. But Briggsy putting the pressure on Camilliano as we go into turn 8 and 9. Camilliano's definitely getting better exits, though, way better exits actually. There's only 3/10 separating these two here. Albert by putting pressure on the Red Bull Germany. As Cole still goes wide. All the drivers going quite right. Maybe there's just different lines to that corner. I don't know. I like to take the really tight line personally. But down the straight we go. Sarge seems to have got ahead of Kramer. That is. That's about time for him. Camilliano's just got a time penalty for his trouble, so that'll sacrifice some time. But Briggsy's also got one as well, so it should be relatively alright. These two drivers looking very close. That's lap 6 then. Terrible camera angle once again. Kramer looks to still be keeping the pressure on J Sarge. Obviously J Sarge is recovering after a mistake he made early in the race. Kramer is quick. He's a quick driver. We saw him in Netherlands. He was quick. He nearly got pole. Then he unfortunately got taken out of the first corner. But he's definitely a quick driver. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see him get a win soon. in a few races if Briggsy and Navas keep having these shockers. No, like Briggsy's not had a terrible race. Sarge just stormed away on the straight. Must have used most of his battery there. Yeah, he hasn't got barely any battery left. As he loses the back end coming out of the chicane, nearly hitting the wall of champions. Freeway Fast is pitted. So, not too early of a stop, but Camilliano locks up as Cole still gets a time penalty. Happens quite a lot. Most of the grid starting to spread out a bit now. Will we, I think we've already seen one victim of the wall of champions. But will we see as Luis Fernandez getting a terrible exit out of the corner there, Lee losing the back end, his tyres must be crying for help. Can't straight me go. Camilliano with DRS. Does he look for a move? No, but Briggsy's waiting to pounce in the background there. Camilliano's a significantly quicker driver. But Luis Fernandez struggling with his tyres there, and it's into the hairpin we go. Going for the tight line, Camilliano's onto the straight we go. As DRS is now activated on his car, using the slipstream. He's not gone into slipstream. Luis Fernandez going incredibly slowly. Do we see him move into chicane? He goes down the inside. There's no Luis Fernandez is pitted. So check it out now, but he gets a terrible exit out of the chicane. Briggsy right on his tail. Does he go for a move around the outside? He's left the door open for him. That's not a good idea. As he locks up, gets a fantastic switchback, but doesn't quite capitalise on it. Tries to do the same move again, but doesn't quite put it off. But Briggsy piling the pressure on Camilliano as the Ferrari leading has decided to pit. We'll see what tyres they're all of. Most people pitting onto mediums now. Alvarez gone to the hard tyre, so he's going for the one stop bar, looks of it, as Camilliano struggling to keep Briggsy behind him. We see Paris. Yes, we are going to Paris. They're all driving to Paris. It's into the hairpin we go. As a massive lock-up from Camilliano, he's feeling the pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pit stop from Camilliano and Briggsy maybe. Briggsy will probably pit this lap actually. DRS says Briggsy using overtake as well. Down the straight we go. Briggsy's gone to Camilliano's gone to cover the inside, so he's not pitting. Round the outside he goes. Not quite contact between them. That's a good move from Briggsy, who's up into second place. As we see, Nadras has got past Cold Steel just before the chicane using the power DRS and probably overtake as well. Can't get a fantastic exit. Kramer's decided to pit off the mediums as well, or no, he's come out of the pit on medium tyres. Does he come out behind Cold Steel? Does he come out behind Luis Fernandez? He's quite close to Sarge, but not that close as the former leaders goes down the inside of the Williams of Jack. It's fantastic move with slight contact between the both. But that's a brilliant move from the Ferrari there, as he's going to want to reclaim that lead through turn 8 and 9. Looks to be Fiore Fast looking piling the pressure on Luis Fernandez as well. Fiore Fast having a really good weekend so far. There's only 4 tenths separating these two here. These two have to pit soon. There's no way they won't. With the power into the slipstream, Briggsy's out of energy. Briggsy's pitted. They're both pitting then. It's onto the back of Briggsy. That's given Briggsy the time penalty. But does that give... That's ludicrous what's happened there. Nearly hitting the Wall of Champions. Wall of Champions, obviously an iconic corner. Camilliano keeping up his trend from Baku and driving into the back of people. He did the same in Baku just before the castle section. He's done it again. Slayer though, on the soft tyres, he's obviously looking for the recovery drive, but as Brucey's come out just behind him, should be a relatively easy move. As Fiore Fast still piling the pressure on Luis Fernandez. Luis Fernandez taking a different line through turn 6 and 7. Down the straight we go. Probably wasn't using DRS then for passing. That's an odd one. It's into the hairpin. That's the grid, relatively quite low. It's only 3/10 separating these two. Does Briggsy go for the move into the hairpin? He looks for it. He decides to back out of it. He can probably, as he strikes a late one down the inside, slight contact between the two. Slayer's got to get off those tyres soon. A side by side down the pit straight, down the inside, goes Fury fast. That's a good move and up into 5th place. Briggsy also looking for a move on Slayers. Onto the start finish straight we go. Briggsy gets a brilliant exit. It's going to be side by side. Camiliano's looking to get involved as well, but into turn 1 we go. Around the outside, can Briggsy do it? Goes onto the grass. Into the back of Slayer goes Camiliano. Again, he's just doing an obsession of driving into the back of people. Slayer crying for help on his tyres. Really losing the back end out of turn 2. As we see Kramer chasing Sarge. Lazarus is in 2nd place, so it's been a good recovery so far, but he's on old mediums. Lazarus looks quite slow through now, actually. It's nearly a second ago. There's half a second between these two, still dicing away. Only a tenth between Camiliano and Slayer. Camiliano goes to the outside of the hairpin. Would be a brilliant move if he can ball himself, doesn't quite manage it, looks for the switchback, he goes for it. What a fantastic overtake that is. But down the pit straight, still side by side, who has DRS? It looks to be both drivers, and it's just a straight drag race then. Are they using overtake? None of them are, but Camiliano's managed to get ahead then. What a move from Camiliano into that hairpin though, fantastic. As Cold Steel goes down the inside of Sasemani, as he cuts the chicane, that's going to give the yellow flag temporarily there. And probably will give Jack the perfect chance to catch up. Very fast, pulling away from Lou Flanders, who gets a 3-second time penalty for his troubles as well. Also, like contact in the background there. What was that noise? That was a bit of an odd one. Only half a second now separating Sarge and Kramer. Interesting to see who gets this out. Obviously the Ferrari's still leading and he's got a good lead. Definitely doing the 2-stop though. Down the pit straight we go. Sarge hasn't got any battery left to use, so it's just Kramer with DRS now. The Slayer gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits in the chicane. This is the only battle we have going on here, really. It's turn 1 we go. Good track this, it is a good track. Into turn 3 and 4, down the hill. The safety car is deployed. What's happened? Slayers must have made a mistake as there's contact with the barrier. Something flew off someone's car. I can't really tell what's happened. What is the safety car for? I'm genuinely confused what this is for, but could have been for Camiliano. He must have hit the wall. Look at him, he hasn't got a front wing. But safety car's been deployed. He hasn't got a front wing. He must have had an accident coming out of turn 2. There's another Renault. That's a safety car, sorry. But Camiliano's made a mistake and crashed either with someone or into the wall. It might have been out the wall of champions, but we've got a full safety car deployed now. That's giving Nazareth a perfect opportunity to pit as Camiliano, losing the ability to turn with no front wing. He's going to have to pit at the end of this lap. So this will see most of the grid bunched up. As Albert DeWhite gets a 5-second time penalty. Yeah, that's given Nazareth a perfect pit stop, like I said. Put a new front wing on as well again, really? Jack's left the session. I think he's just had enough. He's either had enough or he's lagged out. I'll probably go for the former. But that's given such a good opportunity to Nazareth. Most of the drivers now going on to hards. Briggsy interestingly staying out. Not called but now we just need to see if this was shaking up the strategy to safety car, but will it shake up the race? Couldn't really. I'm not really sure what. Sajimani. He's not having the greatest race. Just keeping in the delta as you do. 6 people watching, nice to see you all. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, helps, supports me tremendously and pushes me up the algorithm. Generally it really does help. Wonder how long the safety car will go on for. I mean, half the grid's on the other side of the track. Is Albert Device pitted off the hard sides? Does he go on to another set? That'll be interesting to see. Keep on board with him. We'll see what tyre he goes on to. Goes on to the medium tyres, taking his penalty as well. Going to the medium tyre. Can he take them to the end of the race? That's the question. Who's he going to come out behind? Does he come out behind Cold still? We'll have to see. Looks like he will. Grid will start to be bunched. Oh, hang on. Will he come out ahead? Yeah, he's managed to come out ahead. That's a good stop from him, actually. He's near the points. I think Sajimani will be easy to overtake, actually, so... yeah. Thanks for off my lap controller. Thank you very much. Streaming 46 minutes ago, so we've been streaming about quarter of an hour. Nearly 9 o'clock in the UK, probably still snowing outside, I have no idea. Ben, is it still snowing outside? Because obviously I'm not going to look at the moment. Oh, and the safety car. Right, you know, actually no, I will have a look now, I'll let you all know. Great the safety car's in this lap, I won't look. That's a very quick safety car, actually. Honourable for these drivers then down the back straight here at Canada. Jay Sarge obviously looking to take the lead. Briggsy's obviously going to... Jay Sarge must have collided with Briggsy somewhat. He's just given himself a 5-second penalty for his troubles. As underway we go then. It was a good restart from Sarge boys. He's putting pressure under them, but does he go for the late dive bombing to turn 1? No, he doesn't. We'll look further back the track. Final ball, we'll have a look at everyone there. No moves going into the first corner. Anything single file actually. It's Kratos, Camiliano's just gone down the inside of Cold Steel. That's a good move from him. No DRS yet for the next couple laps again. Just onto the second straight we go. Can Sarge take the lead? He's got a lot younger tyres. The Ferrari still has another pit stop to come, definitely. As Nazareth is definitely closing in on Kramer as well. It's a good exit from him as well. From Nazareth, that is. Sarge gaining on the Ferrari, using the slipstream. Nazareth's doing the same thing. Everyone using the slipstream. Albert especially using the slipstream on Sajimani. Does he look for the move? He goes to the inside, backs out of it in the end. I mean, the Red Bull was weaving literally all over the place, so I don't blame him for doing that, actually. Weaving everywhere. Men, yes, I agree. I completely agree, John. Sajimani's definitely struggling. Camiliano's got just given himself another 3-second time penalty. Over a second separating. There's another yellow flag in sector 1. That's Camiliano out. He's crashed, I think. As another safety car. So what happened with Camiliano? Yeah, he just spun out of turn 2 and into the wall. But that's another safety car. That's the 4th safety car this race. You've had 2 VSCs and now 2 full safety cars. Mental. So that's gonna give Ferrari the perfect opportunity to have a good pit stop. Yeah, he's pitting then. Unsurprisingly then, maybe he was waiting for another safety car. This will probably be his last stop of the race. Briggsy and no, just Briggsy following him actually. Looks to be one of the Red Bulls are, so that's Yemeni, who's just got himself a 5-second time penalty for speeding. But those three drivers following the Ferrari into the pits. That's given Sarge the lead of the race currently. Obviously, I think everyone except Kramer, Nazareth and Fure Fast and Cold Steel have another pit stop to go, because those mediums probably aren't going to last that long again. As Briggsy's DNF'd out the race. People really struggling with turn 2 as well now. He must have spun coming out the pit lane. That's a shocker for him. Oh dear, well, many crashes this race, and we haven't been able to catch any of them, unfortunately. Thank you, shite F1 spectator system. It's absolutely dreadful. Kramer's just poor. I mean, there's no point really in driving on the safety car. You might as well just pause the game, let it do it for you. Keep your tyres warm. A splinter in my hand. How lovely. I just can't quite believe Briggsy's managed to crash. Oh well, that's a shame for him. Massive shame for him actually. Have a look at the Discord, he's probably put something about it within the old general chat. Disaster for me too. Nothing too much happening. Wonder when this safety car will go in. Probably this or next lap, I can see it. Bloody hell, Nazareth's really heating up his rears there. He just revs went to max. Bloody hell. I need to sneeze. Sneeze incomplete. Ah, what a shocker for me. Yeah, it is a shocker for you, Briggsy. What actually happened? Did you just lose the back end out of turn 2 coming up the pit lane? Because we didn't see it on here. As the safety car is going in this lap. Just like before, a relatively short one. Can Kramer. As Camiliano's left the session, unsurprisingly. Most of the grid looking to see, well, when does Sarge go? He's going to want to leave it as least amount of straight as possible. He's really weaving bloody everywhere. Look at him. It's cool, to be fair. As he's gone already, that's a very early one to go. That's stunned Kramer, definitely. Nazareth's not phased at all, though. We'll go further down the grid. How is, as Kramer gets a penalty, Sarge storming away then? How's the former race leader got? He's had a decent restart. All the drivers have actually. It's into turn 2 we go. Good bunch of cars here. Into turn 3 and 4. Nothing too spicy. But Nazareth's putting the pressure on Kramer. Nazareth is rapid, remember. I mean, he nearly won the championship in F2 if he didn't crash. Briggsy also rapid. This is from Briggsy. I wasn't concentrating and clipped the barrier on the left on the pit exit and sent me across the grass into the wall. That's unlucky. Thomas Game, I hope my brother wins. That's Kramer then. You're going to be wanting to win. Hopefully he can win. He's got the pace to, but Sarge is rapid. I mean, he's got the pace for a podium, but Nazareth is piling the pressure on. Come on, Kramer. Yeah, Thomas giving him encouragement. Down the straight we go. Nazareth using the slipstream side by side down the pit straight. Also further back we have the Kunha putting the pressure on. As as Nazareth's already ahead as Stakunda looks for the move. Randy's outside he goes, has to back out of it in the end. Let's give Lou Ferrandez a perfect exit. It's further back. We look silly side by side between the two. Lou Ferrandez going down the inside. Does he pull off the move? It should be quite easy for him. Both McLarens almost side by side as well. And yeah, he's pulled off a move relatively easy for him there. Good battle going on here. But now it's just Kramer holding the podium, and let's see if he can manage to get back ahead of Nazareth. The Slayer gets a 3-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Something's happened. That's Stakunda. Stakunda's managed to spin and crash into the wall. Also involved is Lou Ferrandez as well. He's managed to spin as well, coming out of turn 5. No, turn 4, sorry. Wonder what's happened there. No safety car though, just a yellow flag, thank God. I don't think anyone really wants another safety car. This is the grid ends up punching out again, but have to see. Sajemini, he's managed to get into 7th place with his strategy. Obviously everyone watching here, Thomas, Briggsy, everyone here, leave a like on the stream. Yeah, so leave a like on the stream, that'd be good to see. Help support the channel, like really it does. But come on Louis Ferrandez, no, do it for Racing Point, that's what Briggsy's saying. Yeah, come on Louis, see what you can do. DRS is now enabled here then. Kramer though is definitely keeping the pressure on Briggsy, to be fair to him. There's only one step separating these two. The former race leader is going to be wanting to... He looks to the inside, doesn't go for the move. Naz just gets a 3-second time penalty. Let's have a look at the penalties actually. Nazareth and Sarge have got 9 seconds of penalty, so currently Kramer is leading the race. This track is so easy to corner cut, that's the thing. But the Ferrari here, using Ericsson's old number and Mazepin's current number, which we don't really want to talk about because, well, it's Mazepin. It's down the second DRS straight we go. He doesn't go for the move. Breaks late though, into the back of Albert he goes. Slight contact between the two then. Does he go for a ridiculous dive bomb in the head? But I can't see it happening. Into the heaven we go. He breaks late. Albert covers him off. Down onto the straight we go then. Slayer's looking for a move on Fury Fast. Doesn't quite pull it off. Ferrari also trying to do the same thing on Albert, doesn't quite put it off as well. Onto the start finish straight we go. Nothing really breathing there. Only 2 attempts between these two. We ride on board, but now does the Ferrari go down the inside? He could just throw it. He throws it down the inside. What a move! He's been spun round though. That's unfortunate. Scoots across the grass, and that's going to be his race. Well, practically finished, unfortunately. So. I mean, all the other... Yeah, that's his race done, unfortunately. Someone has damage ahead of him. I think Albert's just gone onto the grass. But that's him. Big scooting across the Pirelli grass sponsoring. Hashtag not an ad. Up to 7 likes. We love to see that. It's into the hairpin. It's a good entertaining race. We've got a good battle here. We got... Only 2 tenths. We need to... Bloody hell, Gemini runs into the back of Cold Steel as down the inside goes... No, round the outside goes the Ferrari there. Still side by side down the straight. Obviously, the Ferrari's frustrated with what Albert did, even though he did go for a relatively late move. There's also... Lou Ferrandez gets involved. It's a massive crash between the 3 drivers. Look at them all going right. 2 of them pitting. Does the Ferrari have damage as full safety car, unsurprisingly there? Because that was just debris everywhere. Did you see it? Insane. But the I can't believe I'm saying this. But the 5th safety car of the race, as the Ferrari is DNF'd. Unfortunately, did he just crash out? No, he didn't. He just retired. I think he'd had enough. Unfortunate, but we got another safety car now. Thomas is obviously going to be wanting him to for Kramer to get a good restart. Another safety car, no, it's insane. So how is everyone today? So, Brucey, how's not having snow? Bloody a mental safety car. I wonder if Naz will come out of the win. Here we go, here's Thomas. I look at the stream and every time he rides in, and every time he rides. So come on, Kramer. Let's go, Kramer. Come on, you can do it. Do it for your brother. It's been forecast all day, not one drop though. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate, but I think you might actually get some tonight. Who's just gone off the chat there? That's just a glitch on the map. No, Takuna. Wait, what happened to Takuna? He's just driven off the wall. That's what? Oh my god. Yeah, I think you might get some tonight actually. I'm not sure because it is moving a bit more north, so should be alright. The safety car's still out then for another lap. Yeah, literally, Breezy, we've had so much snow here. Come on, safety car, go in. Bloody hell. Welcome back to another episode of My Legs and Arms, since we ain't gonna work for you anymore, so sod off. My arms kill as well, and my legs from this morning. Have a nice rest of the night. And then we'll go out again tomorrow. A safety car is in this lap. If we can prepare for the third restart of the race. This is why we need red flags in this game. That will honestly be amazing. Now, can Sarge get a good restart? As the way he goes in, not nice and early again. Nazareth probably starting against Kramer. Looks for the move there. Obviously, they can't quite overtake yet. They're not past the finish line. Sajemini's managed to make up into 4th place. Fury Frost going for a move. He's already passed him before turn 1. Debris on the track. Slayer also going down the inside of Sajemini. Sajemini's having a tragic restart. Cold Steel's looking to get involved as well now. Speaking of Cold Steel, out of the right, just gone past him. It's into turn 4 we go. No, turn 3 we go, sorry. Sajemini's falling down the pack already. Albert Devite on the soft tire, going around the inside. Sajemini's closed the door on him. He's a very aggressive driver, to say that he's Sajemini, struggling on those hard tyres. Closing the door again. What is Sajemini doing? He's just moving all over the place. He can't keep doing that. Into the back of Sajemini goes Albert Devite, understandably. Out and Sajemini's into the wall. Massive crash there, because he saw it just off to the side. There's been Cold Steel's been spun around as well. Looking to the hairpin, was carnage there as well. No safety car again yet, unsurprisingly. That's all we've had all race. That's Sajemini, unsurprisingly, out of the race. He was driving like a complete moron. As an almost free ride potentially here. Slay looks for the almost free ride for Frost, goes to move on Kramer, but doesn't quite put it off. Onto the pit straight we go then. Slayer still putting pressure on Albert the Right, looking to get involved as well at some point. Into turn 1 we go. Kramer kicking him a bit of dirt as well. I hate Canada. I love the track, but I mean I love the country as well. I'd love to go there. They have more snow than I do. Only 1/10 between these two though. As we go through turn 3 and 4. Can Kramer hold off third place for just another 7 laps? No DRS yet, just the power slipstream and overtake mode if you've got the battery. Into turn 6 and 7. Cole Steele's just giving himself a penalty. Just got ahead of Jack Ethan as well, speaking of him. Still on attempt as Slayer being put under pressure from Albert right into the back of Freeway Fast goes Slayer and gets corrected by massive carnage here then. Albert the Right forced into the wall. Slayer spun round by him as well. It's just Albert the Right involved in countless incidents today. Utterly shambolic. Slayer's left the session. He's rage quit. Unsurprisingly, I would probably do the same. It's Albert the Right looking to make a move on Lou Ferrandez, who's in 4th place currently. So that's going to give Kramer a mental amount of breathing space. As Fury Fast has pitted, unsurprisingly considering his damage. As Jack's not even in the lobby. Up into 7th. Can Albert the Right overtake Louis Ferrandez? Having a good race, Louis Ferrandez is actually. What time are they both on? Obviously one's on the soft. So Louis Ferrandez is on the hard, so that's definitely the slower tyre. He's what Briggsy says, don't get me wrong, I love it in real life. 2011 GP is probably my favourite race of all time. I completely agree. Germany 2019 has nothing on Canada 2011. It was a mental race. Albert the Right has to go wide there. That's going to make him lose time. Louis Ferrandez also gets a bad exit. But yeah, Canada's a brilliant track. Although, I'm still annoyed about the penalty Vettel got. He shouldn't have got that at all, but we move. I need a wee as well, so that's fun. But the gap's got a lot bigger there, blimey. 1.2 now. Slayer completely cocked that one up. Into turn 1 and 2. As Sarge gets a 3-second time penalty. Who's currently leading then in terms of... Oh. So Nazareth at the moment looking to... Actually, no. Kramer currently, you're like this, Thomas. Kramer is effectively in the lead. I think Kramer's going to win this then. As Cole Steele cuts across the grass, doesn't get a very good exit there. We're down to 9 runners in the first race of the season. Or not the first race, after the break. Cole's still struggling. Cole's still with 23 seconds of penalties. That's mental actually. 6 temps now separating these two. They're gaining. Kramer! Thomas is happy. Did I just saw that? Oh, Nazareth has spun! After all the hard work he put in, he has spun at the Wall of Champions. Has claimed another victim. He needs to get off the racing line as well, as Nazareth's going to be absolutely raging inside that cockpit. It's been a mental race. What a return. Nazareth is just losing it. This has been a really crazy race. Hopefully France will be better. I'm actually excited for France, to be fair. I think the track's alright, it's just the 2019 GP was dreadful. Disqualified. John wanted to be disqualified. Now leave him alone, he crashed. But Albert the Right gained on Louis again. Up down to 6 tenths now, but I feel so bad for Nazareth. Gonna want to forget about this one. He's really gonna want to forget about this one. Into the hairpin, Louis Ferrandez kicking up a bit of dirt. We could probably see an overtake here. It's just the Ferrari Fast going through him. There's nothing major there. Back on board then. DRS is enabled, so is he gaining? Yep, he is. He's gaining. What's the gap to leader? Okay, so Kramer's winning at the moment with those penalties. Yeah, it's so nice to drive. It actually is a really good track to drive. That first sector is brilliant, and just that chicane at the end of the straight, the amount you can cut over that, it's just brilliant. It's honestly a good track to drive. What's after France? Austria I'm excited for. Anyway, we're going to ride on board with this battles. Frith brings his pitted for his 10 or for his 100th front wing or something, I don't know, I've lost count. Go back onto the interval, only half a second between these two. Albert Device obviously going to start to struggle on his tyres now. He's on 8 lap old soft, so they're going to be wearing off a bit now. Just got to take him to the end of the race. Not a great exit from Albert there. This is the best we've got for a battle. He's down to nearly a second off. Into the chicane we go. Late braking. Good line from him. Now, you actually cut the first part quite a bit, so... I can't believe it's been a crazy race. His nose is bleeding, nice. Cool. Cole's still got another penalty. Didn't that happen a lot in F2 as well? I swear it did. Come on, Albert, you can get past him. Can't believe if Kramer wins, this will be insane. And honestly, I want Kramer to win. He deserves it because he should have won. He probably could have won the Netherlands. But obviously, he had the collision with, I believe, it was Slayer at the start, which spun him round into the wall. Is there a fastest lap too? Yes. Fastest lap currently goes to Freeway Fast with a 1:10.5. That's a fantastic lap. That's almost qualifying pace. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there is a fastest lap for him. Chicane. Go on to lap 34 then. Okay. Okay, yep. But Kramer's looking to win at the moment. It's still Debbie on the pit straight. Let's keep an eye on penalties though. Yeah, Kramer's got it in the bag at the moment. Yeah. He'll win by about 3 seconds, can't he? If the gap stays like this. I do love this track. It even looks nice in this game. Could be a bit more realistic, can't it? The tracks need to be laser scanned when the EA take over. F1 2022, we need laser scanned tracks. Now just got 20 seconds of penalties. Fucking Cold Steel, it's got nearly 30 seconds of penalties. Jesus, that's mental. Let's ride on board with Kramer now then. Oh, can Kramer win? It's down to 8 seconds now. Oh my god, it's gonna be... Kramer needs to push. Otherwise he's not gonna get it. He needs to keep that under 5 seconds, I believe. 4.8, he's alright at the moment, but he needs to keep it there. He can't have it go above 5 seconds, so we're gonna keep on board with this now. There's not gonna be a battle between those two. Come on, Kramer. Can Kramer win? It's the last lap dash. It's a Lando Norris situation. Can Kramer do what I couldn't do last week? Hopefully not run out of fuel on the line either. He's got overtaken though, which is a bit of an odd one. 4.7. He's currently in contention. Come on, Kramer. Come on. You can do it, mate. Computer's just crashed again. God's sake. Yeah, my computer's just crashed, so I'll have to finish the stream on phone. If we go on to the... That's for the last time we go on to the straight. Who's going to win this then? Sticky one still. It is a sticky one still. It's into the last corner then. Sarge comes down the pit straight to finish first. But it looks to be... I don't know, will Kramer... Has Kramer won? Kramer wins the Canadian GP. He's done it. He's kept it under the gap he needed to and has managed to win the Canadian GP. He looks like Lewis Hamilton. He does. Canada 2019 vibes hitting there. But Kramer is your winner. He finishes second on track, but finishes first because of penalties. What a last lap dash from Kramer, finally deservedly winning after the chaos that was in Netherlands. Unfortunately took a win away from him. But what a brilliant comeback race, what a chaotic race. Almost most amount of safety cars I think I've ever seen, honestly. There's your driver of the day, Cole Steele. Not sure how, considering he has about 10 years worth of penalties, but fair enough, That's how it is, isn't it? As there's your podium then. There's Kramer. Finally winning with Louis Ferrandez in third and Sarge in second place. What a race. That's going to bring the end to today's stream. Thank you everyone for turning up. It's great to see such a big turnout for the return of F1. It's always good to see. Highlights should be out Wednesday. Here's a beast. Yes, he is Thomas. He is a beast. But highlights should be out Wednesday. Unless there's a delay again, but they should be out. But I'll see you all for the next race, and have a good week or so, and stay safe.